So
No,
I
how?
need you, we're going to
Because I
end
have
your
questions
hearing,
for the judge?
Mr. Richard.
What are you trying to call it? Incompetent? Is that what you're trying to say I am?
Yes.
I don't understand. What am I meeting with a doctor for? Is there somebody willing to go on the stand and say that I actually committed a crime?
Well,
Who has a claim against me? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to settle the matter.
All right, everyone. Another sovereign citizen will be appearing in court today. And believe me when I say that this will be a headache. This man was arrested for the typical offenses of driving without a license, without insurance, and by feigning ignorance of the law. You do need a license to drive, as judges have often stated. However, here we are once more. The judge's suggestion that he needs a competency exam makes this one even more bizarre. And to be honest, she might be right. If you believe he is mentally disturbed, please let me know in the comments section while you watch. After sitting through this, I definitely felt that vibe, and I believe I lost some brain cells in the process. Let's get started and watch how everything plays. Out.
your camera.
I can, but I'm moving stuff around at the same time. Trying
Okay,
to
well, we can,
multitask.
well, let's just go ahead. I don't know if you were listening in when we were talking about your case. As you know, we've been waiting for the doctors to talk with you to see whether or not you're able to go forward on this matter. And there is now a date set for your interview.
I don't understand. What am I meeting with a doctor for?
They need to ascertain whether you can understand the nature of the charges and whether you're able to assist your attorneys. It's a two-prong test. So that's what we've been waiting for.
I understand the nature. I'm trying to figure out the cause. You guys never tell me.
Figure out what?
I understand the nature of this case. I'm trying to figure out the cause of this case. Like, what are we here for?
Well, you've been charged with the criminal offense of driving while your license is suspended in the third degree and operating a vehicle without the required ignition interlock device. Those are the charges.
I've never had a license for you to
So,
suspend.
sir, please stop talking about the facts of the case. This is your attorney.
Who?
This is Sean Parent, one of your attorneys, so please don't talk about the facts of the case.
Well, I'm not denying any of the facts. I'm just letting you know that I'm letting you know what I understand is what I'm saying. She asked me if I understand, and I'm trying to answer the question. I'm letting her know what I understand, and I'm trying to figure out what's making me. What are you trying to call it? Incompetent? Is that what you're trying to say I am?
Yes, there's legal competency, and it's two prongs, whether you can understand the nature of the charges and whether you're able to assist. So right now, there's a question about whether you are able to proceed, and that's why we're having the doctors talk to you. That's the current status.
Why can't I just ask the judge? Like, what?
Well, I am the judge, and I need those doctors to give me their opinion when they review your records and speak to you, and then we'll get a report back. So now you're finally being interviewed.
So I'm trying to get the answers from you. Like I'm in here talking to you.
And I'm telling you that you need to speak to these doctors on April 24th at 9 a.m.
And why do I need to talk to a doctor? I'm still not understanding. Like,
What brings us here? Have I broken any laws? Who am I? Sovereign citizens always have the same script and the same foolishness, making them sound like NPCs stuck on loop. They all seem to have failed the same law course on YouTube. This man most likely needed a competency assessment yesterday. Thus, it is obvious that he needs one. Perhaps it's time for a courtroom pop quiz if you are unable to understand that everyone is subject to the law, including Mr. I don't recognize your authority. Fun fact, judges have often declared that the claims made by sovereign citizens are untrue. Yet here we are, witnessing yet another attempt to use only feelings and misguided confidence to outsmart centuries of legal precedent. Even so, what do we do with these individuals? Shall we simply place them on an island and let them to fulfill their fantasies? Tell me.
Sure that you are legally competent to proceed in this matter.
what is the name of the crime?
I told you it's driving while license suspended, third degree, and operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device.
Is there any injured parties? Is there somebody willing to go on the stand and say that I actually committed a crime? Who has a claim against me? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to settle the matter. I'm not arguing the facts.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to take care of this and.
And we cannot proceed while your ability to understand the nature of the charges and to assist your attorneys at issue, we cannot proceed.
We're
So
wasting
we're
time
in this
because I could
status.
just ask you. That's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm telling you right now, so the next hearing will be hopefully with a report in hand. You will have had your interview on April 24th at 9 a.m. Mr. Parent, you know where he would be going for that?
I'm not sure if it's going to be at the Shoreline Courthouse or down at our office in Kent, or possibly at the courthouse in Kent. Kind of depends on where he lives.
You have good contact with Mr. Richard?
Yeah, we have a good phone number for him. But we will be able to keep in touch with him.
Okay, so Mr. Richard, they're going to meet with you on the 24th.
Hell.
And would it take about a week or two, Mr. Parent?
Are
Do you
they
think
gonna,
you can report
come
back?
somewhere or something? Like, what are they about to do?
Let's have him return on May 6th.
Well, like I said, you don't have my consent.
Actually, May
so
1.
you
Let's
can
do
go
May
doctor.
1.
So I don't know why you think I have to go see a doctor when I could just ask you all the questions that's stopping us from going forward. I told you I'm trying to settle the matter. I don't know what's going on.
Right. We keep trying to explain that to you, Mr. Richard. The reason is you're going to have to talk to these doctors and we'll get some additional information.
All right.
So
Cool.
your
Okay,
next
well,
hearing will be
has there
on
been-
May 1st.
Has there been a guilty plea that has been put into record?
No, we can't do that because we have to determine whether or not you're able to proceed in this case.
So there is no plea that's been put in filed.
There's a plea of not guilty that's been entered.
And who put that in?
You had a first appearance and you are unable to plead guilty. So a not guilty plea has been entered on your behalf and we are waiting to have the doctors talk to you. And
How
this has
can
been going
somebody-
on for quite some time, Mr. Richard.
How can somebody put a plea in for me? That makes no sense. Doesn't the attorney have to do what I ask them to do, or they're acting in dishonor if
Well,
they don't do what I tell them to do?
All of this confusion that's going on right now is
Mr. Richard has gone utterly insane, as evidenced by his orbiting Earth-level delusions. He is acting as though court is an optional FaceTime call and won't turn on his camera. It's crazy. The judge is being far too patient, to be honest. I get the let them expose themselves approach. But when should we stop allowing adults to engage in lawful pretend play? Court is a judicial proceeding, not a game of peekaboo. The judge has every right to insist that he reveal his identity and adhere to standard protocol. There is a part of me that wants she will simply tell him, "Sir, this isn't debate club," or perhaps accuse him of disdain. Then perhaps he would understand that his small act of, "I don't recognize your authority," is as significant as a wet paper bag. Instead, though, we see her slinking around as if he were a delicate snowflake that could melt if she spoke loudly. Am I being too severe? Tell me in the comments below. Let's get back to work and see how this one turns out.
Judge, and you're just saying that I'm incompetent. Like, why can't I get the answers from you? Do you not know your own laws?
I cannot go forward until I get a report from the doctors.
And why is there a doctor that needs to be involved in this? This is what do you say, a traffic matter?
Okay, I'm going to conclude this hearing. I believe that we need a report from the doctors based upon your answers, and this has been going on for
I just
quite some
told you, like,
time.
I'm not denying any of the facts. So why do we need to see a doctor? Can I just pay for can I just settle the fines that you have in
there's
this case?
a
Can I
criminal
just do that
charge
and
with
get control
jail.
of it? Huh?
All right, so
What'd you say?
it's a criminal charge with jail. It's not just paying a fine, Mr. Richard. So we are going to set this over. May 1st will be the next date you come back to court. And I will
Well-
ask that you follow through and attend that evaluation on April 24th.
You just
And
told me
that
this was
Mr.
criminal,
Parent
right?
is going to make sure you know where you need to go.
But you just told me this was criminal, right? So why can't I just settle the fines?
Because criminal is not about fines. It's about jail time as well. So
And why does somebody get jail time for something that they never had? I've never had a driver's license.
Mhm. Okay, so we are done with your case today, Mr. Richard. Thank you. We'll get that date out to you.
Well, you don't have my consent, so like I said.
Well, it certainly didn't turn out the way he had hoped. To be honest, though, it seems like he kind of won. Not in the way he had hoped, but nonetheless. The judge ignored his refusal to switch on his camera the entire time. Isn't that a fundamental rule? Courts have affirmed that judges can enforce appropriate behavior, even in virtual sessions. Perhaps I'm being overly strict. However, this man got away with it while sitting there like a ghost defendant. Please share your thoughts on that hearing. Next up, though, is a Florida judge who isn't playing games. You'll want to watch how it all plays out because this one escalates into a full-fledged confrontation. Let's get started.
Michael Kurth in Three Rivers. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. How do you plead to that charge?
Before I plea, I'd like to have it put on the record that they're, for the alleged actions, they're trying to charge me twice. They're trying to charge me with assault and battery as well as violating restraining order for the same actions.
Well, they can do that.
Why?
It's two different things.
But it's the same action, isn't that double jeopardy?
No. Let's say you have a trespass order and you're not supposed to trespass on a piece of property. And you enter into the property and punch somebody. Well, they can charge you with trespassing and the assault. So I'm assuming you wish to plead not guilty then?
But that's violating two different laws. I supposedly violated with the same action. It wasn't two different things. They're trying to charge me with the same action for two different cases. That's not, I mean.
All right, well, if you want a lawyer, I'll get you one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, I didn't do anything anyways, but from what they said that, from the affidavit that they gave me, the action.
Who has the which judge has the restraining order?
Patterson. I have not arraignment. I mean, I guess it'd be a preliminary exam conference tomorrow morning with him. Because they're saying I violated the restraining order by assaulting him.
Okay, well, all right, we'll sort that out. Set attorney pretrial for July 12th, 2024. Mr. Chris owes $1,175 worth of unpaid fines and costs. He has a controlled substance case from 2021 where he owes $175. He has a defective equipment case where he owes $125. He has a previous assault and battery, 221627, where he owes $275. He has disturbing the peace, where he got the minimum fine of $125. He hasn't paid that, 222147. And he has a felony resisting and obstructing reduced to a misdemeanor attempted resisting and obstructing. He owes $475 and he hasn't paid anything on that. So why don't you please take Mr. Christ into custody? Can we
please talk about this?
Yeah, you go back into jail and
I have my vehicle outside and stuff though.
Yeah, okay, you go back here and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Today?
Yeah, right now. You're going into lockup.
No, are you going to talk to me today?
Yeah.
That final hearing was too interesting to leave out, so I had to add it. The man yelled about double jeopardy, as if he had discovered a hidden legal loophole. Spoiler alert, hitting someone and trespassing are two different offenses and do not carry the same punishment. This stuff cannot be made up. To be honest, he is the kind of person who would believe the nonsense of sovereign citizens. It was funny to see the look of surprise on his face when the judge decided to keep him in jail, most likely because he hadn't paid any fines. The foolishness. How many brain cells did you lose while watching these hearings? Tell me in the comments. Furthermore, how did you feel about the initial hearing? Did the judge handle it well, or should she have been more stringent? That concludes the video for today. I would be very grateful if you could like and subscribe if you liked it. Your comments truly brighten my day, and I enjoy reading them. I post court hearings every day. Thank you for viewing, and be careful.